Hi, I'm Sharon from Kenya Fresh Produce Exporters. Our company is an exporting company. We export fresh produce like vegetables, avocados. We also export French beans, peas, carrots, peppers, that is chilies. Yes, so we mainly do exporting.
Basically, we have farmers all over Kenya. Wherever we have production, we do contract our farmers, both small scale and large scale farmers, and we also have our own farms. So basically, we have a process whereby we want to make sure our farmers are doing what we call agribusiness. So we have contracted them, whereby we do also give out extension services, whereby agronomic advice is part of a very important part, because most of the farmers do not know how to bring up crops. So part of our main job and our main department is agronomy department, whereby we do give farmers agronomic support free of charge, whereby we advise farmers extension services. The pricing is normally set by supply and demand.
Yes, market.
The market how trades, market trades. Because as you know, we have competitors out there like Peru, Mexico, and other countries. So at certain times of the year or certain times of the season, you find that in Europe the prices are fluctuating also. So that's what makes us to set a certain price to the farmers.
The avocados are transported under controlled temperatures.
Yeah.
There's a certain temperature that it has to go with from the time you process it. Yeah. It has to be under a certain temperature, mostly 5. Yeah. So throughout transit, we make sure there are temperature recorders to make sure the temperature does not fluctuate. So that makes sure that the avocado does not ripen during transit. Yes.
And packaging. You want to add something on that?
Yeah, just to add on that, even before you harvest, there's something that we call the dry matter.
Yes.
The fruit must be mature. Not a question of ripening on the trees, but yes, the fruits must be mature before harvesting. So after harvesting, then there's what we call the cold chain, as Sharon has talked about. Yes. So you have to make sure that you observe the cold chain, whereby certain temperatures, actually between 4 and 5 degrees, you maintain after processing. You have to maintain those temperatures. Then the containers, the reefer trucks, which also got the 5 degrees temperatures, all the way to the market. And again, when you are shipping it, for temperatures, we use temperature loggers.
Yes.
Just to make sure that there's a track.
Yes.
Of the temperature logging to show if there is a problem, that's what you have mentioned, where did we get it wrong? Yes. Is it a shipping agent or at the processing? Yes. Packaging is it's an issue, and it depends on the customer on the other side. Yeah. Whether you are going to use plastic trays or you're going to use cartons, the boxes. So some of them are disposable and some of them are recyclable. So, and also depends on the cost. Yeah, you have just asked a question on the costing. So it all depends on what the customer wants on the other side and how you want to present it to the market.
Yes. Yeah. Sustainability. Yes. On our side, we can.
One of the for this business to sustain itself, there's what we call production. Yeah, we keep on adding more trees, more plantings, and encouraging more farmers to plant more and more, so that at the long run, that's those price fluctuations, the pricing of boxes, the containers, you level up depending on how much volumes we have in the fields. So we encourage farmers to do more production, so that we can have a viable business that when the customer wants the fruits, we shall not lack it. And also trying to open up more ecological zones within Kenya. So from allowed 1,200 meters above sea level, all the way to allowed 2,500 meters above level. So those are adequate or good regions to grow avocados.